You don't know if she's promiscuous or if she's just real classy with hers, but you know that she got it going on.
You my only one. You my number one. You one-on-one. I wanna go one-on-one.
So in this video, we're going to be doing a comparison video of Jean Paul Gaultier's La Belle and also Jean Paul Gaultier La Belle Le Parfum. Also, if you're new here, my name is 𝙈𝙀𝙉𝙎. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so y'all can be notified of my future videos. Anything I mention will also be in the description box, just to let you guys know, a little FYI for you. So before we do get into the comparison, I just want to give a quick mention to Gaultier fragrances. You guys, their fragrances are so lovely. They're affordable fragrances that they make and recreate of inspired fragrances of your higher end perfumes and so forth. I really do appreciate them. I've been working with them for a while and I love them. They offer so many things. Like, they're already affordable. Their fragrances average and range between like the 30 to 40 range. And on top of that, you guys, they send out fragrances and you are welcome to return them within 30 days. You also get discounts on top of the listed affordable prices already, which is up to 30%. You can get 20% on their welcome offer, and then you can also get an additional 10% using my code that I'm going to put on the screen for you guys. So all that will be listed into the description box. Fragrances do come in a nice little package like this. When you open it, it has like a little saying up here, has a nice card that tells you the notes inspired by, concentration, a thank you, and how it works. So this is really useful and helpful. This one that I have right here is Amber Velvetier. It is inspired by 𝙈𝙀𝙎𝙎𝙎. So I do have 𝙈𝙀𝙎𝙎's fragrance, 𝙈𝙀𝙎𝙎, and it is pretty good. I can say, smelling these fragrances, they are, if not at least 90% and up when it comes to it's supposed to be inspired by. And another one that I have is Floral Grapefruit, and this is a inspired fragrance for Chanel Chance Attendre, the eau de parfum. So just judging, I have played with these already and I've already tested them and sprayed them. I do love their fragrances. They last on average for at least at minimum 5 to 6 hours, and some of them, of course, depending on the notes, your body chemistry, and so forth, and how much you spray, will last you longer. So I just wanted to mention that I have tested these two fragrances out, and they, if not, like I say, between 90 to at least 99% smell exactly like their inspired fragrances. And if you guys have ever tried fragrances and thought this is too much for me, I don't want to spend all those coins on just all these different fragrances, you can definitely get your luxury. You can definitely have the luxury of ordering from them and getting a fragrance that smells, if not the exact same as the original one that you want. So we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about the notes, and we're just going to see how they compare and smell, because I do have both of the bottles. These are the nice, lovely bottles with the woman's body shape on them. As you can see, La Belle is on camera. It looks like this is a little bit more dark purple, and then this one looks to be a little bit more cherry colored with the red bottom. So yes, let's get into it, you guys. The first fragrance that I do want to talk about is going to be the La Belle fragrance. This fragrance is very sweet. If you are a gourmand lover, this is a really sexy, sweet, girly, flirty, sexual. It gives all of that. The vetiver in here, you guys, is amazing. Even though it's a base note, I do feel like it is just such a star of the show in this fragrance. Okay, so the opening note is pear and bergamot, and then you have the middle notes of floral notes and leather. And then you have the base notes of vanilla, vetiver, and amber and musk. So I'm going to go ahead and spray this. I'm going to take off this little metal thing, and we're going to get into some things, honey. So, oh, the pear and the bergamot is a very prominent note in the opening, but immediately, you guys, the vanilla and vetiver in here shines through. Like, pear and vetiver is what you're mostly getting in this fragrance. And when I say this is like a sweet, sexy girl's dream, this bottle is a perfect representation of how sexy that this fragrance is. This fragrance is definitely very feminine gourmand. You can wear this on dates, around the house. This is not too deep to where you will avoid this in any weather. It's sweet. I do feel like it's appropriate for any type of weather, but more so a little bit more cooler so it can shine a little bit more because it is very sweet. You have to be a gourmand or sweet lover to enjoy this fragrance because it's not going to let up on you. This is not by any means a freshie. This is not a fruity, this is none of that. It does have the pear in there, so you can say it's fruit in it, but when I tell you that pear is more so to kind of uplift it, because without the pear I feel like it would have been too deep and rich in sweetness to where it could have been overwhelming. So the pear does, and the pear and the bergamot in the opening does give it a lift, so you can get a freshness as it dry down to that more sensual and sexy type of fragrance. But nonetheless, this is very pear and vetiver dominated, and everything else just plays in there. You do get a lot of vanilla as well. It's a heavy dose. This is just a really feminine, sexy girl's dream. I just feel so sexy when I wear this. I feel feminine, sexy, edible, likable, lickable, just all the good stuff. Now, let's get into La Belle Le Parfum. So in this bad boy, you guys, and by the way, these are 3.4 ounce bottles, 100 milliliters. So these are the big girls right here. This is top notes pear, middle notes tonka bean and jasmine, and base note vanilla. Okay, here we have the pear is still being maintained. In the other one, it just listed that there was floral notes, and in this one it's listing jasmine, and then you have that tonka bean and that vanilla. So just from looking at the notes, I'm already thinking, okay, we got a sexy, because I love me some tonka bean, but then when you have vanilla in there as the base, and then, okay, let's get into it. So unlike, okay, we already have that one. So this La Belle Le Parfum, this one, unlike its original counterpart, you guys, this one takes it to a whole nother level. It is much more deeper than the original. The original is sweeter, and it is a lot more fresh and sweet because of the pear. It just gives it, the pear and the bergamot in the opening gives it a much more lifting, but yet don't get it wrong, it's still deep and sensual. But when you get used to wearing La Belle, and it doesn't become as deep to you and it starts to become like a daytime, everyday wear type of fragrance, that's when La Belle Le Parfum come in, because this one is a lot more deeper. That tonka bean and vanilla is heavily amped up in it. You don't get that bergamot burst in the beginning, so you are getting a little uplifting of freshness with the pear, but then it immediately just shines with its sexiness. It's almost like La Belle's older sister, older, sexier, darker, and deeper sister. And what stands out more in the La Belle Le Parfum is, like I say, the tonka bean, which drives it much more gourmand, much more sweeter. And you're probably thinking like, well, how much sweeter can it get? Just imagine two freshies that smell two fresh opening fragrances that smell super sexy, where one just is a little bit more playful and girly, but she's still sexy, she's still dateable, she's still youthful, she has a lot of sex appeal to her, right? And then you have her older sister who is in the same category, but a lot more sophisticated. So she's still giving those sexy vibes, but she's also giving classy. You don't know which way to go. You don't know if she's promiscuous or if she's just real classy with hers, but you know that she got it going on. That's how I can describe these two. They're both in the same ballpark. They're both sexy fragrances. They're both deep in vanilla and that gourmand, really edible type of fragrance. But it just really depends on your style. If you want something that is going to be a little bit more fresher, but yet still have all the good notes that I mentioned, go with La Belle, because you're not going to be disappointed with either or. But if you are a person that just loves you're there for a good, deep, sensual fragrance that got that oomph, that can give you a heavy dose and a pound of sweetness, but yet still maintain a slight freshness to it and a personality about it, go with labelleleparfum. You can't go wrong with either or. If you have either or, I would say stick to it and just try to get your nose on the other one. But if you have both, then as always, La Belle. As always, I would recommend La Belle for daytime, and I would recommend labelleleparfum for nighttime, because it just gives off very deep vibes to where you can still get away with wearing it in the daytime. If that's your thing, wear it as you please. But if you are looking for direction and you have both of them, you're like, I like this one for that one, and then try using La Belle in the daytime and then spraying labelleleparfum at night. And girl, just wrapped up in a bunch of just goodness, like, whew. But yes, labelleleparfum is very tonka bean driven, so you're gonna get a much more deeper fragrance and much more gourmand, more edible. I feel like the first one is sweet, still sexy, slightly edible, lickable. But you ain't leaving no crumbs on your plate with labelleleparfum, period. So yes, I hope you guys did enjoy my comparison. Like I say, these are both beautiful fragrances. Because I love the original one so much, I just knew that the flanker was going to be a hit. And they have other ones in this line, but these two are like right there with each other. This is supposed to be a little bit more amped up than this one, so it doesn't change too much. It just has like those additives in it. So if you did enjoy this one, I want to know if you guys like this. I'm looking for some more that kind of smell like similar to this. I'd be interested in smelling them, because these are one of a kind. I have never smelled anything that's similar to them or like them. So if you do own them, which one do you prefer? You prefer the La Belle or do you prefer labelleleparfum? What is your preference? Because the both of them, if I had to choose, I don't even want to tell y'all, but if I had to choose, I'm gonna go with labelleleparfum. Like if I didn't have either one of them and I smelled both, I'm like definitely going with her. She's just all the way there for me. She has added depthness, added gourmandness. She's there. She's well-rounded. But yeah, that is my comparison between the two. If you guys did enjoy, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch y'all in the next video.